certainly not least, Commissioner Savas. Ready, Commissioner? Please raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Paul Savas,
I, Paul Savas,
having been duly elected
having been duly elected
to the office
to the office
of Clackamas County Commissioner,
of Clackamas County Commissioner,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States of America
of the United States of America
and the Constitution
and the Constitution of
of the State of Oregon,
the State of Oregon,
and I will faithfully and honorably
and I will faithfully and honorably
perform the duties
perform the duties
of Clackamas County Commissioner
of Clackamas County Commissioner
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Signature, Commissioner. That was quick. Floor is yours.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I know that some of the elected officials were recognized. I want to make sure that Mayor Scott Kaiser is recognized. I saw Mayor Rory Bliatowski here, Councilor Baumgartner from West Lynn. Is there any other elected officials in the room that haven't been recognized of yet? Who?
Senator Bonham.
Oh, Senator Bonham. Oh, in the back of the room. Welcome, Senator. Thank you. My hearing is not as good. My hearing is actually, it's not as good as it used to be. I had more hair 12 years ago when I was first sworn in. But I really appreciate very tough acts to follow. Commissioner West conversation. I tell you, whether it's the campaign trail or elsewhere, following Ben's very tough because he does a great job. He's a great speaker, and I mean that with sincerity. And you've only seen the beginning. He's very impressive. We talk about service, and just a little bit about me. I'm going to go off script a little bit about me. And by the way, I reduced the words from about 2,500 to 650. So, so the extra stuff here is going to add on to the 650. I'll build back up to 1,000. But my grandparents immigrated here, all four of them, from Constantinople in the 1915, 1916, 1918, escaping the genocide in that area at the time. So my background's different than a lot of folks here. My family spoke multiple languages, and I grew up in a setting in which my dad put me to work when I was 9 years old. And I was thinking if I lost this election, I could retire, and I've been working for 55, 56 years. Because I started when I was 9 years old, or actually, maybe I'm doing the math wrong today, but I'm 66 years old. My dad put me to work when I was 9. I've been working ever since, held several jobs, but I get the work ethic. I ran a business in California. I ran a business in Eugene. I ran my business here in Clackamas County for 25 years, and it's about service. And that really means, it means a lot. We're expected to serve. And we take on a lot of responsibility. And this is an awesome job. And when I say awesome, the responsibility, the things that we do here at the county, the staff do, the employees, it's so complex. And the work that's being done, it really is incredible. Ben touched on, Commissioner West touched on the crises we've been through in the last couple, 3 years here. The first business meeting I took was the first crisis 12 years ago when we had the Lolo Pass floods and the bridge blew out. The first emergency, the first meeting. So it seems like it just keeps coming, whether it's weather or whether it's other issues. But, you know, we deal with it. We tackle it, and I just, again, have been impressed with all my colleagues. So first of all, I'll get started on my script. I want to express my gratitude to all of those who supported me in my 2010 campaign, 2014, 2018, and especially now, 2022 re-election campaign. I want to give extra thanks to my campaign team who maintained their professionalism through the adversity of a very difficult campaign environment of falsehoods and distortions. But you know, every election's been that way. But that intensity seems to ramp up. It's unfortunate because I always look forward to the election to bring the issues out, to talk about the issues and what's important, and to find out if I'm missing something, what those are. So it's a great opportunity to connect. And it's been a long 16 months, I'll say that. The key issues I heard during the campaign, narrowing it down to 3, included homeless solutions, public safety, and tolling. These have been and will continue to be top of my list, but there are a lot of others that go below the list, but not that far below the list. There's a lot of important issues. It is such an honor to serve. I can't tell you. To me, it's like surreal sometimes when I come to work, thinking about the responsibility we all face here. Yet I'm humbled by the unprecedented challenges we face. My public service began as a community volunteer 25 years ago. My first election to office was in May of 2001, and many successful elections since then that total 22 years of continued elected service, all on boards of 5 members, 5-member boards and commissions. To each of my fellow colleagues on those district boards and my colleagues on the county commission, I thank you all for the experience and the accomplishments we shared. Like a basketball team, one member does not succeed alone. It requires unselfish commitment to succeed on behalf of the constituents we serve. Looking back, I cherish the successes of the teamwork, the accomplishments of the team, all the while recognizing we have our shortcomings. We don't always get everything done, and we don't always do it well. But we must remember who we serve, the citizens of the county, the property owners, and the business owners. They're not all the same sometimes. We must be truthful and authentic, especially in times of heightened distrust in government. We must recognize our individual weaknesses as we realize the strengths of working together. We are stronger together, we're smarter together, and by working together, we'll be more successful. We are witnessing more poverty in our communities, more families disadvantaged, and more children in harm's way than ever before. That is troubling many of us. It's adding to the environment of greater political tension in our country, divide, and infighting. We can and we must do better here in Clackamas County. We must rise above. I have and will continue to fight for the other dog. It's how I'm wired. I have always fought for the other dog. And to that end, the underserved and the disadvantaged, and boy, there are a lot of people that are underserved and disadvantaged today. Too often, political power and influence overshadow the needs of the community. We must recognize to earn the trust of our citizens, and in some instances, that begins with recognizing where the county has failed them. The time to be bold, honest, and courageous is upon us. The last 12 years has revealed that the county residents are paying attention, and many are reminded every fall when their property tax statement arrives. We can remedy those remaining obligations, and I will do my best to right the wrongs. For example, we have fulfilled promises, or excuse me, for example, have we fulfilled promises of past voter-approved measures, districts, and levies? Did the county meet the obligations promised to the voters of our districts? While our districts now provide, the county services to provide revenue and relieve the county of financial obligations, are the inequities resolved? Are we mindful that the unincorporated portion of the county is no less important than the city county counterparts? I witnessed injustices over the last 25 years. As more people retire, institutional memory is in shorter supply. The commission must take time to do the research, to learn, and to be judicious. The time for action is now. We must take the steps that ensures organizational leadership is high-performing, introspective, and nimble. One critical tool I pushed for 12 years ago was a strategic plan, and out of that came managing for results. We call it MFR. While progress has been made, the end result will be metrics that guide good decision-making. I recognize a lot of good work has gone into MFR, In closing, I again want to recognize our great staff for their great work, my fellow elected officials here in the room, here at the county, all of you, and our city partners as well. Let's celebrate our successes, acknowledge the work underway, and solve the remaining issues at hand. To my supporters, thank you again for this awesome, tremendous responsibility and opportunity to serve. In closing, I want to recognize my family who have had to endure the anguish and sacrifices this position imposes upon them. God bless us all, and thank you.